So this year is really a big surprise for those movies that are once good. The prequels and the sequels really suck. But those movies that were really sucky and shitty, suddenly the prequels and the sequels were really good. Well, this movie was unexpected.
Woke up this morning feeling
You are so weird.
Does she have a lot of problems?
It's nothing too concerning.
Ouija, The Origin of Evil, is directed by Mike Flanagan, and this is the guy who brought to us the very underrated Oculus and also another film which I really like called Hush. He then moves on to direct another film which I thought wasn't too bad as well, which is Before I Wake. So this is actually his third horror film this year. Well, this guy must be really hardworking. So as you know, this is actually the prequel of the first initial Ouija, which is a highly shitty, boring, bad, man. very bad horror film, man. Oh my goodness. It was made in 2014, and then now we have a prequel with the events leading up to the first Ouija. And I must say, this film is actually a very big surprise because not only was this film set in the 1960s, the setting and the environment that Mike Flanagan had for this film was actually very believable. I was actually very shocked at how much decoration, set designs, props that they give into the film. And if you really pay attention to the film, you notice that some of the technical aspects really have those film burn. It's very minor, it's not so obvious, but it's very subtle throughout the entire film. So basically, Ouija, Origin of Evil talks about a family. In order to earn money and pay their rents, they have to put off a scam by pranking people. So they get people to talk to the dead and clear off their unanswered questions or any burdens that they have. But it's actually a scam because none of these things are true. So then the older sister, played by Annalise Basso, if I pronounce that name correctly, she actually introduced the mom to an Ouija board, and then things took a turn after the younger sister started playing around with it. And weird shit really happens, man. Now, without giving any spoilers here, man, what are the good things that you like about this film? Guys, to be honest, this movie really took me by surprise. I really went to the cinemas having a really low set of expectations, and I must say, I was blown away by the horror aspects. The scare factor was there. Guys, I must tell you, this show is really scary, and it really builds up the suspense. In the first act of the film, you're gonna think, oh, it's pretty normal, they're trying to scam each other. Oh, look, there's a Ouija board, let's just grab it and see what happens. By the time you reach the second or third act, oh my goodness, it became terrifying. Like, forget what you know about Annabelle, forget what you know about the original Ouija. This shit is scary. Guys, one of the things I really like about the horror aspect is each scares were dynamic. You ain't gonna get all those jump scare, you ain't gonna get some of those things where she looks through the glass, which shows in the trailer, and you're gonna, oh shit, it's in my face! No, you ain't gonna get that. It is so subtle at first, and you're gonna be the one hiding behind the popcorn, really, serious. I agree, man. What I like about this film is that sometimes the scares aren't really false. There may be only one or two fake scares. It's not those kind of teenage movies where you just someone behind you, boo! And then you get scared. Wow, those kind of scares are really is bad. But for this film, there are a lot of moments in this film that are just silent horror. Yes, oh my Doesn't goodness. Rely on jump scares, it just rely on silence, and I feel that the film delivers excellently. So about the characters, I really like the acting of the younger sister played by Lulu Wilson. Is nearly as good as Conjuring 2. There was one scene where she was telling a story and the camera just zoomed in and it was a one-take scene. And that scene itself was so unsettling. The performance was A-star. I thought it was so good. Oh my god. She was the youngest person in the movie, and I really thought that her acting performance really outshined the rest of the actors. It was really good, man. Every time you see her, you're gonna be like, ooh, that is just creepy. And one last thing that I like to address is that the ending of the film proves...
yes. Woo!
Yeah, man, the ending of the film has one of the most unsettling, creepiest endings.
It is scary. The ending is scary. You're not gonna see it coming. Trust me. I'm just gonna prepare you right now.
And don't worry, it's not gonna be a jump scare.
It's not a jump scare, but it's just very it's
very
so
unsettling.
creepy, man.
So aside from the film being very well praised, I do have to say there are some portions of the film which I feel could have been improved upon. So aside that I like the premise of the story, it doesn't really feel highly realistic that only this family encounters this situation. I didn't even expect, because this is just a normal family with normal troubles buying an Ouija board. And this is something you don't actually buy from a convenience store, because
you bought it from a convenience store and there were like 3 more. 3 more Ouija boards. Of course, there were certain scares that were predictable. There were certain stories that was predictable. But one of the things that really made me really upset was that the original story of Ouija sucked. if this prequel told an amazing story, it can only do so well because the original story sucked and that became its limitations. What the heck? Why does the original story have to suck?
But to be honest, it's thankfully that we have this prequel that makes the first original
Yeah.
Ouija actually watchable.
Bearable to watch.
In terms of storyline structure, this is actually one of the best attempts of improvements they could possibly make leading up to the events of the first Ouija.
Yeah, the story development is there.
Alright guys, so my final verdict on the film is that Ouija is actually so much better than the original. It actually improves everything upon the first part and it actually leads up to the events of the first original Ouija and it actually made the film watchable. Not great, but not that bad either. I'm gonna give this film an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's gonna be one of the better horror films. It can actually compete against Conjuring 2 if I have to say so.
Let's say you take Conjuring 2, you see the short film which is called Lights Out, you take a piece of it, and you watch like the show called Mama, you take a piece of it, and you put them all together, and you have Ouija 2. I'm gonna give this movie also an 8.5 over 10. I think it was amazing.
Alright guys, I do apologize for the lateness of this review because I've been really busy producing and directing other short films. I'm writing 2 more to be shot in December and also one in early 2017. But nevertheless guys, I'll try to bring more reviews up to you guys, and if you like this, you can check out Delitans Reviews Facebook page right here for more upcoming movie reviews and updates as well. Do stay tuned for our next review coming up soon for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, okay? Thank you so much for watching guys. May you have a lovely weekend and you can stay tuned, stay awesome, and I'll see you again in Delitans Reviews. Initial Oculus, which was an incredibly
Ouija.
older sister played by Annabelle. I don't see the
Annalise
name.
Basso.
Always, which is played by, damn it, Lulu Wilson. You could have taken. Sorry, nuts. Film being very highly stay awesome and you can and stay tuned and you can what and you can what's my ending?